Everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to send videos in cold emails without landing in spam. If you don't know who I am, my name is Oscar and I'm the founder of VINNA AI, which is a company that lets you create personalized videos at scale, and cold email is one of the most common use cases among our users. So this is something that I've been struggling a lot with, and a lot of our users have had problems with it, and I've helped thousands of people solve this problem. So I know a thing or two about deliverability when it comes to sending videos. Now, me personally, you can see my stats here inside VINNA. I've booked about 69, that's not exactly true, but about 55 meetings in the past 30 days using personalized video outreach. And it's not really difficult to book meetings with videos. It's fairly simple. The main problem that people have is landing in spam. And in today's video, I'm going to solve that for all of you. There are 4 things that you need to look at: link reputation, link length, size, placement, and provider. These are the things that impacts deliverability, and you need to fix all of them essentially to maximize your inbox landing, if that's a word. So let's start from the top and go down. Links reputation, what is that? Well, essentially what link reputation means is the reputation of the link that the video is attached to. So for example, if you use Loom, you have loom.com, right? That's the video link. And Loom is a very trusted link. They run ads, they have thousands, if not millions of website visitors every month. And a lot of people share those links internally, and typically people respond to people or to emails with a Loom link in them because it's an internal tool, and internal emails have better response rates. Same thing applies with YouTube. If you send a YouTube link, that's very trusted and therefore more likely to land in the primary inbox. On the other hand, with links, if you for example used our old link video.vinna.ai, a link that all of our users used, nearly all of them, then you are more likely to land in spam because it's not a trusted domain. Vinna.ai is a pretty new domain, and everyone who sent those videos, that was cold emails, therefore high spam complaint, and therefore the deliverability reduced. So what you want to do here in an ideal world is send the video and attach them to your own domain. And then you can even rotate domains here. And how you do that, we actually have a solution for it. So if you were to sign up for VINNA, you can just write in the chat that you want a custom domain and this is your domain. Then we will send you all of the instructions, and after that all of your videos will be hosted on your domain or a potential subdomain, video@yourdomain.com. And that solves the first one. So custom domain is the first one, the reputation, and the older your domain is, the better. Then the link length is the next one. Now this one is crucial. If you ever receive videos from people, you know that the length of that link tends to be super long. It's like for example, loom.com and then just bunch of fucking like symbols and letters and numbers and everything. That sucks for deliverability. You want to keep the links as short as possible because that has better deliverability. They have better trust score essentially. So you want to keep the links as short as possible, and that's why we even made a solution to this. So, and this is something I don't even think any of our competitors has this, but in here, for example, when you create a campaign, you have the option to customize the short code. So what this short code is essentially a unique identifier for the video. Typically on old video links, and maybe this is a case, so let me just do this real quick so you can see the difference here. These were the links before, and now these are the links now. This is the difference. And this is something we worked so hard on to reduce the length of the link. So it's twice as short now. It's half the size to what it was before. And you can customize this. So this is the second thing that you want to be careful about. These long links have much more likely to land in spam than in the inbox. You want to keep them as short as possible. The next thing is the size. And this is something that not a lot of people are aware of. They think that video, right? There are 2 things that affect sort of the size, or let's start with what the size is. The size is the size of the thumbnail that you embed in the video. Now, obviously, all images or all GIFs or anything you attach in an email has a size. And that size depends on many factors. but let's start with the basics. Video or static versus animated images. So an animated image is what you see right here. It's a live animated image. It's a GIF of me scrolling up and down on the prospect's website. This has a larger file size, meaning that it increases the odds of landing in the spam. You want the size of the thumbnails to be as low as possible. And if you really want to use GIF as thumbnails, well, then you can do it, but I would minimize the pixels in every animation. So for example, when I wave here, that's movement, and that's pixels. That increases sort of the frames per second. So by not waving, I would reduce the size of the thumbnail. Same thing with the scrolling in the background, and we've actually changed our scrolling behavior now because of this. But if you scroll super fast here in the beginning, well, then the file size increases when you embed it in an email. So you want the thumbnails to be as static as possible. That's the best thing for deliverability. And yeah, you guessed it, we also added that option. So when you embed videos, let me go back here. When you embed videos here and you want to like paste them in a whole email or whatever, then you have the option here. So you have the option, this is the thumbnail, right? And here you can pick preview GIF, animated image, that's GIF, larger file size, or you even have preview image. And the preview image is just a static image. It will be you scrolling on their website, but it will just be a picture of it. And then if you want, you can even add a text here. So a link above the video. Now, that's about the file size. So the next thing we want to talk about is placement. And this is arguably the most important one out of all of these. It's where you send the videos, in what steps of your sequence that you include the video. So here's an example of a campaign. What you do not want to do is send the video in the first email. If you do that, your domains or your accounts will get burned very fast. You want to send the links in the second email, so in the follow-ups. Now, there is a bypass or workaround for this, but you need a large amount of email accounts. So what I've found is that if you send 4 static videos per day with a short list and follow all of like the best practices I just shared, you can send 4 videos in the initial email every single day per email account without having troubles with deliverability. But if you want to send emails at scale, so say you're sending 500 per day, then do not add it in the first email. Add it in the first follow-up or in the second follow-up. So either step 2 or step 3. What this will do is that when you're in someone's inbox, it's easier for you to land in the inbox again. So the first email, plain text, lands in inbox. And then once you're in the inbox, you can follow up with a much heavier email and much more risky email, you can say, and it will still land in the inbox because you've bypassed their sort of spam filters. Now, obviously, this doesn't work. Like sometimes follow-up emails land in spam. It's just the case, like it's just how it is, right? Now, the second place where you can put the videos, which is where the true value of video outreach comes in, it's automating these lead magnets. So if you look at my cold email copy here, for example, we ask them like if we can send over a personalized video explaining more. And once they respond positively, we have a subsequence here where people get pulled in, and here is the video for them. So there are 2 places where you can put the video where I recommend doing it. It's either the second follow-up or first follow-up and after someone has responded positively. So send them after someone doesn't respond to your first email or after someone responds to your email. Do not add videos in the first email. The only way you can do that is if you reduce the sending limit to 4 per day. Got that? Perfect. Let's move on. Let's talk about provider. And this is interesting, and this is something pretty recent, but not necessarily. But sending links to Outlook emails is significantly harder. Their spam filters are super strict currently, which means sending cold emails in general to Outlook emails, I would just avoid it. What I do nowadays is I remove all the Outlook emails from my list and I only reach out to Google, because you can contact Outlook emails, and you can see here even in this campaign, if we go back here, let's take this one for example, and then let's take interested here. Where is it? Interested, right? So let's go here, interested. You can see here the providers. It's very dominated by Google providers, right? But there are some Microsoft in here, but it's just a heads up. Now, the second thing with Outlook is that they have disabled image preview by default. So when you send a personalized video to someone who uses Microsoft or Outlook, it won't display the image, which honestly eliminates the power of personalized videos. So I recommend only, like, you can send it to any other provider except Microsoft. I would just avoid it, to be honest. And that's not even only, that doesn't only apply if we're going to send videos. That applies in general. I wouldn't send cold emails to Outlook emails at this time. I just wouldn't. Now, the second thing that I want to, or the last thing I want to say here in this video before I finalize this, is that we just launched VINNA 2.0. And what you can do with VINNA 2.0 now is do all of these things here: links, reputation, length, size. All of these are solved in our new update. These two, they're something you do on your own. But all of these here, solved in a recent update. And what you also have in this new update is something that significantly improves the conversion rate of your videos. So what you can do now is create fully custom landing pages. So we have a drag and drop builder here that enables you to sort of do whatever you want in here. So I can, for example, let's take something I'm not using here. Maybe this one right here. Yeah. Now this looks awful. What you can do here is literally customize this as much as you want. It's very, like, it's crazy. So I can add like a testimonial page here, right? And I can edit the text of all of this. I can add a personalized video up here. You know, I can add reviews down here. You know, you can do whatever you want. You can even add custom variables to this landing page. So imagine the power when someone finally clicks on your video. Let's take this one here. So imagine the power when someone finally clicks on your landing page, they don't end up on some dead landing page, but they instead land on a like beautiful designed landing page like this one here. So you have it, me scrolling on someone's LinkedIn, Leon, convert leads into paying customer effortlessly. Then we have all of this here. You see, like, the landing page is beautiful. Same thing here, but for another. So it's much more powerful, essentially. But that's nonetheless how you do it. It's, let me just repeat everything. Link reputation, right? Make sure you have a domain that is trusted and that isn't abused by millions of others. So if you use the VINNA default domain, if you use SendSpark like default domain or PitchLane's default domain, any default domains, you are doomed. Ours will work for about 1-2 more months, but then it will be burnt down again because, well, we just changed the default domain. Then link length, keep it short, right? You don't want your link to look like this right here. You want it to look like here, like this one here. And that's something you can do. The links are significantly shorter in the new VINNA update, and no one is even close to our video link length. Check on any of our competitors and you will find that their links are this length or even longer in most cases. Then we have size. If you're gonna send it to cold leads, use static images. Best for deliverability. If you're sending to warm leads, people who have responded positively or people who come to you or contact you or your newsletter, use animated thumbnails. It increases click-through rate. It's more appealing. And that's also something that you can change in VINNA. Placement. Do not send the video in the first email. If you send it in the first email, 4 emails a day maximum per email account. Other than that, send it in follow-ups or after someone has responded positively. Provider. In general, at this state, do not email Outlook email addresses. That's it. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll happily answer them. That's it for me. Cheers.